What's going on, everybody? Stray13 here, bringing you a review of Big Fan, starring Patton Oswalt, Kevin Corrigan, and Michael Rappaport. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm a big Patton Oswalt fan, and he just really showed that he didn't have to be funny. He kind of showed his dramatic side in this. It's a dark tale about a fan and how far, like, you can go from like fan to fanatic. Patton and Kevin are big New York Giants fans, like to the point of fanaticism or whatever. I think that's a word. They are just crazy about like the New York Giants. And one night they happened to like come across I think it's the defensive lineman for the New York Giants. You'll have to pardon me. I don't watch sports, so I could be like they were playing shooty hoops, and it wouldn't make a difference. Anyway, after a misunderstanding, Patton gets his ass just fucking handed to him by this big ape, and he wakes up 3 days later from a coma in the hospital. So now he's like, coming to this whole, do I sue? Do I not sue? I mean, it's like being beat up by your idol. It'd be like if I got beat up by like Jason Statham, Mickey Rourke, and Quentin Tarantino all at once. I just, what would I do? It's a kind of reminds me of the Cable Guy in the way that they took a comedian and they made him like be in a darker movie. I really enjoyed this movie, and it might be the best film, of 2010 so far. I mean, we're like, what, fucking 15 days in, or like, no, 12 days into it, and I'm already saying best film of the year. I really like it that much. Patton Oswalt shows that he can act. He shows that he doesn't have to be the fat, sarcastic guy all the time. I mean, he kind of like, gives a snide comment here and there in this movie, but nothing like, his performances on King of Queens or anything like that. Another thing that's great about this movie is I'm a sucker for a good soundtrack, and I know a lot of my friends that, are into cinema are really into a good soundtrack. This one had some of the most boss music. Delta Dawn, Sweet Revenge, a lot of old, like, soulful 70s, almost country gospel type music that a lot of people today don't know about. So I mean, they could have just as easily had click click boom, but they chose to have like good music, and I think that made this movie just that much more enjoyable. I give it really my highest recommendation. It's available. You can find it in your video store if you're not banned from it. And that's it. I'll be posting another review tonight of Halloween 2, so check that out as well. This is Stray13. Been banned from the video store.